Good morning, boys and girls. This is Kosala, also known as Marventus, bringing you yet another shoutcast from one of my own games. And those of you who have been following along on my games will know that I do document my learning experience as I progress through the Bronze League. And early on I used to fall victim to backdoor pushers and fast cheesers pretty regularly. So I decided to learn how to do it myself, and this video I'm about to casting here is actually a good lesson in a quick implementation of a Nydus network that succeeded because our Terran opponent did not keep an eye on his surrounding area. This is a wonderful map to do this, because if you spawn in this position, but there's a great opportunity for aerial combat and for drops that happen very early on in the game that can be quite deciding, which is exactly what happens here. So let's get into the players. In the top position we have Marventus, that is myself as the Red Zerg. In the middle right position we've got BM Walex, the Blue Terran, who is our victim for this particular scenario. So I'm scouting early here with my drone, which these days comes out at 10 supply. Alright, so my standard opening now is get up to 9 supply with drones, plop out an overseer, rather an overlord, get the 10th drone out, scout with him, which I scout early and realize that it's actually quite a near-base position. At this point, I'm simply assuming that by the time, of course it can only appear in this position now that I think about it. Right, and I'm assuming that my Terran opponent, who knows this as well as I do, is probably going to be coming over with some aerial units. So I decide to take up very quickly to a lair and pop out a Nydus worm and attack the mineral line and potentially win the game in a hurry, which is actually exactly what happens. So I'm now putting up a spawning pool at 9 supply. Right, and my drone count is holding itself reasonably steady. Let's get a production tab up here. Right, so spawning pool is about to be done. His barracks is coming out as well. His first barracks just about to be done. And this is all very much about timing, so by keeping it going as fast as you possibly can, because you want to be able to utilize what comes out. Now I've got 2 gases up. Now this is interesting, because I actually did not need 2 gases, so this was a complete waste of effort. I could have just put out 1, and you'll notice I'm not actually mining gas from either, which was just a new mistake that I did in the beginning, where I was actually intending to mine gas, which is why I put it up before the spawning pool in the first place, so I could get the speedling metabolic boost. But I forgot to actually mine gas. It just occurs to me now, and I'm diverting 3 probes off to mine the gas so I can get my gas count up correctly. So I actually did this slower than I should have, and got lucky simply because the Terran was actually even slower. So he's bunkering down here with a bunker. He's got this first gas coming up here, and he's got only 1 barracks up and 1 marine up at 4 minutes into the game at 13 supply. So I just basically got lucky here, otherwise this cheese would not have worked, because I was so ridiculously slow going into it here. Alright, so now we are up at 176 gas, metabolic boost should get started, or did I do lair first? It's possible I actually did the lair first in order to get the Nydus worm. Let's see if that's actually the case. Normally I would have gotten the metabolic boost first, but right now I don't really need to have it because I'm about to pop out right here. Now trying to figure out where to pop this out was another problem, but I decided to go for it right here because that seemed to be the furthest away from pretty much everything, and once again I got lucky there. Second barracks going up here for BM Walex. Alright, and we're now taking up to a lair. Why are we doing that? Because I need to do that in order to get out the Nydus worm. A second queen comes out, just in case we get hit by a banshee or 2 right while we're doing this, because I have not managed to get the secondary scouting done after my first foray. Right, so once again, this could be done much faster than it's being done right now. I just happened to start out doing this rather poorly. First scan going down, he sees that I've got absolutely nothing other than my 2 queens and some drones here. Let's see how he responds to that. He's putting up second barracks just about to be done. He still has no real units to speak of. I'm coming up with my first 10 Zerglings following that scan, just in case he rushes in with a marine or 2. And lair is now about to be done morphing. Another overlord coming up so we don't become supply blocked. And now that the lair is done, next thing up on the agenda is to get out a Nydus network, and also to get the speed up to... I think maybe I possibly missed out on the speed upgrade in this particular one, but under normal circumstances I would get the metabolic boost as well. frame rate disaster happening right now. Let's wait for it to get back. 5, and there it is, it's back again. Now where is my Nydus network? It should be going up any second now. 3, 2, 1, go. And no, not yet. As I said, mind-bogglingly slow in this game. Really should have done this a lot faster. What was I doing? Was I browsing around here? It's entirely possible. And here we are. Now we've got 270 minerals, 668 gas, way too much for this particular adventure. And I should be getting a Nydus network up any second. Now there it is. The Nydus worm is just now going up at 25 supplies, 7 minutes into the game. Now had I done this correctly, I could actually have had the Nydus network up at the 5-minute marker. So I'm already 2 minutes late, and just out of sheer fluke, there is nothing going on the Terran side because he's being as noobish as I, basically. If you look at the production, he's got basically 4 Marines coming out. If you look at the unit count, he only has 4 Marines out, and I've got, you know, all kinds of units out here, and I could actually have run some Zerglings by here potentially. Oh no, the bunker's actually manned. So third barracks going up, reactor going up as well. He's just now starting to get his ass in gear and pummel out his units. And I am just getting done with my Nydus network. I've mounted in my Zerglings and I'm about to come out here. And I generally like to do some Nydus harassment in the beginning just of the mineral line in general. But in this particular case, because he had such few units out, I actually wound up winning the game. And while this is going, I've got another 16 Zerglings out, which I have now, which I will be sending directly into the Nydus network and then pulling out over here. Here we go, Zergling is coming out directly into the mineral line. He does not respond in any kind of hurry, and he only has 2 Marines in there to do what he needs to do. So the Zerglings are doing their job, now attacking the Marines, taking those down, and then going right back into the mineral network. More Marines coming in to try to save the day, 4 of them now, still getting attacked by the Zerglings. The second wave of Zerglings about to come through now, any second. Mineral line heavily damaged, here we go, Zerglings coming into the Nydus network and then coming straight out into the Terran base. The entire mineral line is wiped out, going for their ride, the Marines as well. No chance whatsoever. And that, as they say, is that. But just lucked out again. I mean, it's a nice tactic. I've been using this tactic a lot because in the Bronze League, people are simply not watching their corners and not watching their back entrances at all. And I won like 6 games in a row using this tactic, which is just embarrassing, really, at the end of the day, but incredibly fun. Incredibly fun. I mean, look at this. This is chanceless. I've got a command group's worth of Zerglings winning the game, and I could have actually done it at the 7-minute marker, but right now at the 10-minute one anyway. And at this point, BM Walex gives up and GG's out of the game because there really is nothing he can do. Reactors going down, barracks going down, Marines dead, and that's all there is to that. Hope you enjoyed this, boys and girls. If you are in the Bronze or Gold League, do try it if you haven't used Nydus networks before, because it's a blast and it works really, really well. Till next time, my friends, ta-ta.